Okay. Hello and welcome to this presentation about Better Globe. And as you can see here, this is a way for you to make money while doing something good for the world. And this is also a way to build passive income streams over the long term while solving some of the biggest problems that our world is facing today. And first of all, I'd like to explain to you what a passive income is. So this here is called the cash flow quadrant, and it's created by this guy called Robert Kiyosaki. He's a New York Times best-selling author of books called the Rich Dad series. It's economical education, basically. So this quadrant is divided in a left side and a right side. On the left side, we have employees and self-employed or small business owners. And on the right-hand side, we have big business owners and investors. And on the left side, we have about 95% of the human population on Earth. And they get to share about 5% of all the wealth. And on the right-hand side, of course, the numbers are the opposite. So those are people who get their main source of income from investments or from a business that runs for them. So basically, the business owners, they have people working for them, and that makes all the money for them. And as an investor, you have your money work for you, and that gets you your income. So what this really is about is a way for you to take yourself from the left-hand side of this quadrant to the right-hand side. First-hand as an investor, but it's also possible to become a business owner in one sense. So Better Globe is a forestry company situated in Africa, in Kenya and Uganda for now. With plans to expand to the surrounding countries as well. And they arrange tree plantations in the semi-desert, in the arid lands. And this is very important for many reasons. One of the reasons is that in these areas, the poorest people on Earth live. So out there are basically no jobs, no infrastructure, almost no water, no electricity, no nothing. And the people are living there are really, really poor. So on the tree plantations, there needs to be jobs, right? People need to take care of the trees, people need to plant them, need to harvest the fruits and stuff like that. So that creates jobs and an income from people who actually don't, well, the unemployment rate in these areas are about 80%. So most people never have a job in their life. The second problem that we are working on solving is the water problem. So everyone knows that, you know, there's a huge problem with water out in the drylands of Africa. And what Better Globe does is that they install water collecting systems on local buildings, so that when it actually rains, because it rains a couple of days per year, you take advantage of the water falling from the skies then, so it doesn't just flush away or go into the soil. Another huge problem there is education. A lot of the kids, they have to help to bring water to the family, fetch water for the family. So they don't have time to go to school if there is a school in the local area. So only about 40% of the kids in these areas actually go to school. And this is, of course, is a huge problem. And it's just, the cycle just goes on and on, because if people are uneducated, they can't really do much, you know, they don't learn new things, and they stay in this poverty cycle forever and ever. So what we do is that we build and renovate existing schools, if there is any in the local areas, and give the children a possibility to go to school. The next here is the positive climate impact. And yeah, as we talked about before, the tree plantations are situated in the semi-desert or the arid lands, semi-arid lands, which is the area that is becoming desert. So this is the area, the land between the desert and the fertile land or usable land. So this is useless land that you arrange trees or tree plantations in, and because the trees here, the trees that we grow are natural for this environment, so they can go, their root systems go very, very deep, very, very quickly, and they can handle the dry very, very well. And one of the benefits here is that since you arrange the tree plantations in these areas, that actually takes away the erosion from the earth and makes the land fertile again. And it also prevents the desert from spreading. And of course, the trees will offset CO2 emissions. So that's also good for everyone living on Earth. And the last part here is the profit sharing. So the trees that are planted in the plantations are cash crop trees in the types of mahogany, which is a hardwood tree. Those are used to make furniture and parquet floors and stuff like that. And then you have apple, mango, Acacia Senegal, neem, which are all used in, well, mangoes are used for foods to eat, and Acacia Senegal is used as a stabilizer in soda drinks. Neem trees is known as the tree that cures 40 diseases, so it's used in the medical industry. All trees are trees that have a high economical value. So Better Globe have a product called the donation package, which contains, it costs 53 euros, and it contains 2 trees that are yours to keep, or for the person who buys the donation package. They keep them and get returns from those trees. 2 trees are gifted, and they are given to like local organizations, schools, so the children can have both shade and fruits, to local communities and stuff like that, local projects. 500 liters of water or equal in setting up water collecting systems and stuff like that. €1.5 goes to renovating and building schools, and €1.5 goes to micro credits. Or this is a microfinancing bank that is started, and this is outsourced to a company called KREP, which are experts in the area. And these are basically microloans that help poor farmers to get an investment, or they can invest in the family farm or open up their own business and things like that, to help them lift themselves out of poverty, to just get ahead, get the economical wheels turning. So when you purchase a tree, the tree will be planted that year. So if you purchase a tree in 2017, the tree will be planted in 2017. But what they plant is not a full-grown tree, of course. They plant a seedling, which is just a small little plant. And then it takes about 4 years for that plant to grow into a tree that can actually produce some income. So for the first 4 years, there is no return for us investors. But on the 5th year, the first harvest comes. So from the 5th year and forward, we get a 15% dividend every year for 15 years. So we get 15% every year that is paid out annually for 15 years. And then on the 20th year, the mahogany trees that are used for to make furniture and parquet floors and stuff like that, they are cut down and they are refined to make these products, and you get and we get 10 times the initial price back. So this is just to show how these mahogany trees work and grow. Sorry. So these are just freshly planted seedlings in October 2011. And you can use the big baobab tree here in the background as a reference. So this is this is when they've just been planted. This is after 6 months. This is after 1.5 years, 4 years, 6 years. And as you can see here, if you compare it to the bus, the trees have grown really, really quickly. And if you see here in the background, you can just see the top of the baobab tree. But the thing is, I actually went on this trip personally down to Kenya and Uganda, and we had to stand on the roof of the bus to be able to see the baobab tree here in the background now. So this is a forest that has grown up here. This is ground level inside the plantations. This is me hugging a 27-year-old mukau tree or mahogany tree. And these are the products, or this is the parquet floor that they make from the mukau tree. And so this is how the process works. You buy a tree now, or you can buy a tree now in 2017. Then the cost for one tree is 17 euros. And during those first 15 years that you get dividend, 15% per year, you get a total of 38 euros and 25 cents back. And when they cut down the mahogany tree, you get 10 times the initial price back. So that all in all, the total return on investment is 12 times the money back. So for every 17 euro that we invest, we get 208 euros and 25 cents back, which is really, really good for a long-term investment. And for the donation package, as I told you before, you get 2 trees in the donation package. So that's, of course, the double the amount of 1 tree. And from an economical standpoint, it's more profitable to just buy trees than to buy the donation package. But the donation package is what really, really helps down in Africa. So Better Globe came up with a combination package for us to sweeten the deal. So for everyone that buys monthly 1 donation package and 10 trees every month for a full year, so that equals 120 trees and 12 donation packages, they will get 20 bonus trees for free, which gives the same return as the other trees, of course. And that will actually take down the average price per tree from 17 euro to 16 euros and 32 cents. So this is actually the best deal that you can get. This is what I personally buy. There's no rules here. You can buy as many or as few as you want, but this is the best deal. So for 223 euros, if you use that and buy trees and donation packages monthly over the full year, for every year that you do that, you get about 34,000 euros back. And I will just show you, this is how the returns look like over time. So as you can see here, the first 4 years you get no return, then you start to get a little bit return, the 15% dividend, and then you get, when they buy back the tree, there's much more. But what's interesting here is if you continually do this as a savings plan for the future. So the next year, if in 2018 you do the same thing that you did this year, you see here that in 2022 you get the 15% dividend from both year 2017 and 2018. And if you just continue to do this over time, you will eventually get to the point where you get the same amount back every year as you invest every year. And in that way, you have, after 10 years, created a self-sustaining money machine that just continues to grow, which is kind of cool, I think, personally. So there is also an option to become an ambassador for Better Globe. So if you like this project and you want to do more than just investing, you can also become an affiliate, or they are called ambassadors for Better Globe. And from that, you will get 1 tree in commissions per sold tree. And this is for people basically who really like the project and want to help them grow, who want to make a difference, real difference in this world, and who want to maybe be part of something bigger than themselves. And I'm going to show you here how the commission growth can actually play out. This is just an example. So this is compared to working overtime 10 times per week at 20 euros per hour. Now, I don't know what you earn per hour. This is just an example. This would probably go in line with about what an overtime hour would be in Sweden, where I come from. But anyways, so this is compared to working as an ambassador. And I would say that you need about the same amount of time from experience. I've been doing this personally now for about 5 years, so I know. So in this example, you as an ambassador, you find 1 new customer every week that wants to buy 1 donation package and 5 trees per month. And every 10th, so 10% of your customers want to become ambassadors as well, and they do exactly what you do. Find 1 new customers every week that buys 5 trees and 1 donation package. So as you can see here, in the first 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 first 1 year, it's more profitable to work overtime, but then after that your income grows pretty good. So like I said, this is just an example. This has nothing to do with like how much you can make or whatever. This is just to show like how your incomes could grow over time if you follow this example. No matter what, so far over 20,000 customers are buying donation packages and trees. Some of those customers, they use it as a diversification in their investment portfolio. Some of them, they use it for future retirement, saving for their children, grandchildren, do it as a plan to become, or as a part of a plan to become financially independent. And most customers, they just purchase trees and donation packages on a monthly basis for the good cause and to make a good complement to the retirement or to other investments. And a very tiny percentage of the customers actually choose to become ambassadors as well. I think it's less than 0.5%, so it's not very many. If you like this project, I would recommend you to talk to the person who sent you this video, so you can get your questions answered. And well, I can answer any questions as well. You can feel free to contact me at robin@passiveinkometogether.com. And as I said, I have personally been a customer since 2012, so I know quite a bit about this project. And I was in Kenya and Uganda in 2017 this summer, and I can only tell you that I personally think this is a really, really amazing project. It helps. So far it's helped thousands and thousands of families to get out of poverty. I have met these people, not all of them obviously, but I've met some of these people. I've been to the schools. They have several schools that they run both in Kenya and Uganda. Over 10,000 children have been put through education so far. So I can only say, like, look closer, ask the questions, get your questions answered, and just do something, because this is really, really amazing. Anyways, I hope you found this interesting. Have a great day. Bye bye.